Warren Shaw from the Baseline NBA podcast here with basketball coach, Boston Celtics head coach Brad Stevens. Brad, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, Warren. How are you?
I'm doing well. First of all, how's the summer? How's the family?
Yeah, everything's great. We've had a great summer. It's always good to be here in Vegas, and my son loves coming out here and just kind of being around the NBA in a little less stressful time of the year.
How old is your son now?
He's 13, and so he's been doing these ecoach shoots for a couple of years and been tagging along now. All 13 years of his life, he's been a coach's son. So he's been in a lot of gyms in a lot of different states and a lot of different countries.
So this ecoach platform is, going on roughly 2 years now. How many training sessions or sessions have you done? Have you been a part of?
Yeah, I think I've been 3 or 4 now, and we've done some individual instruction with some youth development. We've done some, some different things that we do from a workout standpoint with older players, and then today we did more of some structural, tactical things on sideline, baseline, and full court out of bounds. And so I think that's, there's so many avenues and areas in these 2 to 3 minute segments that we run for ecoach that, hopefully, if we don't screw it up too bad, then I think, hopefully it'll be good, and the project and the product that they've put together is really incredible.
So the platform in general, as you've done, like you said, 2 or 3 of them, do you have a favorite? Is there something that you like to teach more than anything else?
No, I mean, today I'm out here doing it, and I'm just putting us through, 5 sideline out of bounds out of one series, 5 baseline out of bounds out of one series. I could probably do that all day. That's the part that is the most fun, and the part that I miss the most about being an assistant, Warren, is the one-on-0 work that you do with players, or one-on-one work that you do with players, where it's more technical, more like the development side of things. And as a coach, you're more in charge of the 10,000-foot view, and then you get into the details of the team parts and the team aspects, like the actions on the side and the different things and ways team work together. But I miss that part about being an assistant. I haven't been an assistant for 13 years now. And so it's fun to get back out on the court and do some of that stuff. And then the tactical stuff that we did today is, it's kind of what I do, and what I do, with our team all year.
So let me ask you this, because obviously the sideline out of bounds players, that's kind of what you're known for, even in the NBA a little bit. But you're talking about that integration into the youth and having that one-on-one time, right? So what does it mean, in essence, to be kind of a player's coach? I hear that term all the time, and I think that term has changed a lot. But a lot of times the assistants get that role or seem like the player's coach. What does that mean to you, and how does that kind of develop into youth today?
I don't know what that means, other than, I think the best leaders that I've been around are warm but demanding. And I think that those are 2 things that I always look back on my coaches fondly. I was coached by people that I knew cared about me, I knew had my best interest at heart, but they didn't back off.
Right.
And they were demanding in what they wanted us to achieve as a team. And I think that that's something that, everybody has to do that within their own personality. And, I was really fortunate to be coached that way, and then to be raised that way in coaching by some of the best role models I could think of having as a young coach, and Thad Matta and Todd Licklider.
So when the ecoach platform, as it continues to develop, as we've already kind of discussed in essence, where do you see it ultimately going? Do you have any idea, like, how many times your own videos get watched?
Yeah, no, I have no idea how many times our own videos get watched, and I'm probably like a lot of people that have been interviewed a ton and been on videos, and I don't have any real interest in watching myself be interviewed or be on video, but I know the platform and the number of people it can reach and the global appeal. I don't even think it probably has begun to realize what it can be, right? And I think that that's the exciting part of it. I think we'll always be able to expand because of the content that has been created across all these different coaches. I'd much rather watch, Eric Spoelstra or Brett Brown or these other guys go through and do this, and any number of assistants, than I would watch my own stuff. And I'm a career thief, so I've stolen all their stuff because it's all good.
Well, it's a copycat league, as they say 1,000 times over.
That's coaching. I mean, anything that we're doing now was done at some point in time in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. It goes in and out of vogue. but it's not about what you do tactically. It's about how it fits your group and how it fits the strengths of your group. And so sometimes the simplest things are the best things, you know, and I think that the best coaches figure that out.
Final question here for you, Brad. You know, kind of talking along those lines. The European market, or you just overseas, where do you see that kind of going? And as you're talking about taking things from all areas, do you kind of look at what's happening overseas as well too in the coaching side?
So one of the things that I like doing after the season is I've just spent, you know, 82 regular season games and so many playoff games and so many preseason games watching the NBA teams. If you don't know those teams by now and what they do, then you're probably not doing it well enough. So I spend most of my off season watching other levels and other teams, and so I love watching the EuroLeague. I love watching teams from all over the world. I can't wait for the FIBA tournament, the World Championships later on. I love watching the WNBA and their coaches and all the different things that they bring to the table. I think that, again, they have unique ideas that maybe because we're in the middle of this and we're just watching each other over and over, that I think you can take and put as part of your team. And so it's the best part about basketball is its global appeal. That's why with the ecoach initiative, it makes so much sense, because we can all share, you know, what we've stolen with the rest of the world. And for some reason, somebody puts us on a podcast or gives us a mic to do that. But I think ultimately, you know, I was in France a couple of weeks ago with my son, and we just, you know, went over to a gym where they were working out a bunch of 14-year-olds, and he's 13, and the level of coaching and the level of competitiveness and toughness, I mean, it was as good as I've ever seen. And I think that would be anywhere you go in the world today. There's good coaches everywhere. There's a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and we can see it with the international influence in the NBA right now, and that's only going to grow. I can't wait to watch the World Championships and steal from all of them.
Of course. Well, Brad, I appreciate the time. I know you got a busy schedule. I want to thank you so much. And
thank you, Warren. Appreciate it.
Take care.